Jesus, that is... I should move it like this. Hey, Sebastian. Yeah, I don't know what is with it, but I just don't feel like fixing it. Just gotta be careful, because like, I know my PC sounds loud because of the fans.
You can't lose me! I'm gonna get you!
Yeah, I highly doubt that, buddy.
Where'd you go?
Oh shit, maybe.
Hey, get back here! Only got away. When I catch you, you're done.
I was collecting bottles and, well, money. Now I got the upgrades. Marisha and Drago came. Go! Switcher! Go! Sorry. The dog. Now don't you try to eat my food. She has her own. She wants her McDonald's snack wrap. Ah, shit.
Okay, according to my calculations, this is the optimal location to launch the RC car. With the miniature microphone I installed, it should be a snap to follow El Jefe and see what he's up to. Looks like he's headed for the prison. Time to get rolling. Time to track that tiger. Larry's old chicken hat is going to come in handy too. I just need to remember to press the L2 button. Time to track that tiger. Larry's old chicken hat is going to come in handy too. I just need to remember to press the L2 button to enable the perfect poultry camouflage. Chicken disguise works like magic. Penelope was always the RC queen. Oh, Penelope, where are you? I need to stay focused. To track that tiger. Larry's old chicken hat is going to come in handy too. I just need to remember to press the L2 button to enable the perfect poultry camouflage.
Even this magnificent prison pales when compared to my new statue fortress.
New statue fortress? That must be where he's hiding out all the time.
Nobody would guess the palace gate switch is actually under the bridge.
You're messing with the wrong turtle, buddy.
Fishing caves. Good thing I see them. My dragon gates are invincible, as long as that lazy guard doesn't get distracted by sushi.
Very interesting. I think we can probably help that guard out.
Even if those fools get to the dragon gates, they'll never figure out the switches are inside the dragon mouths.
Excellent. Keep flapping those big lips, sucker. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which way does that tiger go?
Now I just need to find that blasted Ryoichi, so I can deliver the package to the boss.
Package? Boss?
You think
We
so?
need to figure out what's going on with that palace.
Konnichiwa, Hefe-san! Greetings.
That is cursed. He just sexually assaulted Murray. Jesus! Yeah, I mean, Hefe, that's pretty bad. Even with a sexual assault. You just be like, there's just some lines you don't fucking cross.
Okay, Luigi, we need to collect samples from those strange plants growing high on the cave wall. Commonly known as the spiky wall climber, it secretes a mild toxin we can use to make sushi rolls that will put any guard to sleep instantly. Just be careful not to be overcome yourself.
Bentley-san, did I not explain?
You're a ninja master. I know.
Right? Now, allow me to show you how it's done.
Well, now at least I know where Sly gets it from.
If Bentley's plan
Wait, you're floating?
can rid our land
No,
of
you're not
this
floating.
villainous tiger. I must strike the blossom to extract the poison. This compound will topple even the largest enemy. This poison will make those guards sleep like babies. Heavy rain believes these puny traps can slow a ninja. I must strike the blossom to extract the poison.
This guy invented sushi according to the lore. Legend.
All right, we have all the intel we need. El Jefe has played dictator for the last time, and it's time to bring him down. First, we need to open those dragon gates. Thanks to Ryuichi's special sushi rolls, the guards are out for the count. Sly, you'll need to gain access to the switches in their mouths. Next, we'll need to open the palace sword gate. However, the bridge is crawling with guards, so we'll need to create a diversion. Murray, you, Sly, and myself will need to distract the guards. Once they're occupied, Ryuichi can make his way under the bridge to the switch and open the gate. Once we get that gate open, there's nothing stopping us from taking the palace and putting El Jefe in his place. Viva la Revolucion!
Maybe I should try to get the bottles now for that. Seventeen, 38. Lovely numbers, yeah.
I'm gonna get you!
So I'm searching for the last bottles.
Okay, Sly. Use those rollers to exit the Dragon Bout. You'll find the switches somewhere inside. And don't forget your armor. Something tells me those things have very bad breath. Okay, Sly, use those rollers to open the dragon's house. You'll find the switches somewhere inside. And don't forget your armor. Something tells me those things have very bad breath.
Ran out of the last 4 bottles, Jesus. I can get the bottles later, I guess. This is Mary's tree.
End of the line, Cooper! Get them, you fools!
Okay, you all know what to do. Time to kick some butt.
My favorite time of the day! Let's do this!
Shit, okay.
It's mine!
My cane!
Well, shit, okay.
Sorry, Cooper. You lose. I need to deliver this puny stick to a new owner.
No! El Jefe's getting away!
Don't worry, Ryuichi. Watch after these two. I'm gonna kick some tiger tail and get your cane back.
Hey, Cooper! What do you think of my statue?
Ha! Looks like a real pigeon magnet.
Ah! I hope you can fly like a pigeon, Cooper! Otherwise, you'll never catch me!
We'll see about that.
A magnificent likeness, isn't it, Cooper? Almost as handsome as the real thing!
Huh. Yeah. Looks almost big enough to contain your overinflated ego.
Take a nice long look. I want you to remember the one who crushed you.
Looks to me like you've got nowhere left to run, El Jefe. Ready to face me now?
Sticking up for the family, eh, Cooper? Too bad you'll never see any of them again. Oh, Cooper, you've climbed so high, and now you're gonna fall.
Gotta dodge these fireballs and get close.
Welcome to your doom, Cooper! Bring it on, Cooper! Feeling the heat yet? You know something, Cooper? You're actually starting to annoy me.
Oh, don't worry. I have that effect on all cowardly crime lords. El Jefe. Isn't that Spanish for big baby?
Ah! Enough of these stupid games!
such a tough guy. He sure runs away a lot.
Still! You are an irritating You can't win this fight! Estúpido rata! Hey, Cooper! How do you like my crane style?
I don't know what's scarier, El Jefe or his lame jokes. Maybe if I had some...
You got no chance! You ring-tailed rat!
I have to get Ryoichi's cane back.
Why won't you quit?
How do you like my cane style?
Oh shit, okay.
Why won't you quit?
How do you like my cane style?
Yes, that works.
Impossible.
El Jefe was defeated, disgraced, and delivered to the cops. But it was a hollow victory. I failed to get back Ryuichi's cane, and we still had no idea who was really behind this whole thing. One thing was for sure, it was somebody powerful enough to have his own private army. We contacted Dimitri for an update on the Phoebus Raccoonus, and it looked like Tennessee Kid Cooper needed our help next. That meant we needed to travel back to the 1880s. Luckily, one of the goons that took Ryuichi's cane had dropped what looked like an old sheriff's badge. Bentley had been trying to figure out where it might be from, but now it all made sense. After sampling the badge, Bentley was able to calibrate the time machine. As we prepared to make the jump back to the Old West, I found myself wondering how Carmelita was doing. We arrived in the Wild West, looking for my ancestor, Tennessee Kid Cooper. A legendary outlaw whose bank robberies were some of the most daring in Cooper lore. When we arrived, it took some time to locate him. But we eventually found him. In prison. His arrest was the handiwork of the local sheriff, who had celebrated by posting his own picture all over town. Talk about an ego. We needed to bust Tennessee out of jail. But after some furious calculations, Bentley determined that the best way to do that was from the inside. For the first time in my career, I was going to have to let the law catch me. This could be a real challenge.
I can travel to the... Yeah, it says replayability. If we need to go back, we can.
They're already rigging a noose for Tennessee, so we don't have time for a complicated plan. All my data points to one thing. The quickest route inside that prison is to get yourself arrested.
Get myself arrested? I trust you, Bentley, but I'm not sure about getting locked up in this town.
Sorry, Sly. It's the only way we're gonna reach Tennessee in time. There's just one problem. They're holding Kid Cooper in the maximum security wing. To get yourself thrown in there, you're gonna have to gain outlaw status. So you need to make sure you build a rep before they catch you. Otherwise, they'll throw you in with the common criminals.
You mean like jaywalkers and litterbugs? Not gonna happen.
Well, around these parts, it's probably more like goat thieves and tobacco spitters. But you get the point. For starters, why don't you try defacing all those posters of the sheriff around town? That ought to put a spur under his saddle. Get it? Because we're in the Old West? Well, anyway, I'll just let you get started.
Find a poster, make it look goofy, and move on. Just like junior high.
Very nice, Sly.
Not for sale. It's puny.
Mighty dumb. I love the Old West in this game. It's just done so well.
Wow. I bet the original artist damaged his vision staring at this guy.
I like it, Sly.
Let's
Damn.
hope so. I call it counterfeit courage.
There's one thing Sly's good at, he's definitely fucking roasting people, Jesus.
If I was as homely as this guy, I would not hang my picture everywhere.
Excellent work, Sly.
I wish I could tear them down.
Yeah, see, he is throwing shade.
Oh, you hide like a little coward.
Hey, what's up? My mic's been off, but
I don't think
I'm still having
begins
fun.
to describe this
I
guy.
thought it sounds funny, so I just kept it.
Looking good, Sly.
It's an improvement. I'll name this one the Homely Buckaroo.
Like H2 Hilarious or the Xbox 360 gays. It kind of reminds me of back in the old days. And so for now I'm keeping it like this. I don't know why it's like it, but it's a little happy accident.
What kind of sheriff puts up posters of himself?
Wow, Sly. You made him look even worse.
Yeah, let's go with
I
that.
love a challenge. I call it 10-star loser. This guy's a real egomaniac.
I think you just achieved troublemaker status, Sly.
Oh, now this really chaps my hide. I'm going to find this artist and bust his thumbs. And maybe his pinky.
Damn, you're ugly.
We definitely got under his skin, Sly. You ready for phase 2?
Absolutely.
Apparently, the sheriff also loves lollipops, but his favorite is a particular Cuban variety which has to be shipped in specially. Supposedly, they taste like rice and beans.
Gross.
Agreed. But if we clean him out, he'll have to wait weeks for the next shipment, and that should really tick him off.
Toothpicks lollipop.
I bet Murray would like that lollipop.
Great job! You just became a criminal, Sly. This is going perfectly. You'll be locked up in no time.
You know, you're a little too excited about sending me to the slammer, Bentley.
It's all about the job, Sly. Speaking of which, in case you hadn't noticed, this Sheriff Toothpick is his own biggest fan. In fact, it looks like he's throwing himself a festival, and it's in full swing. If you take that banner down, I'm sure it'll be the final straw.
Right. Let's go rain on this guy's parade. Okay, I just need to get out to that banner. I can't believe this guy has an appreciation festival for himself. There's the banner. Just need to knock those clothespins off.
Hold your fires, boys! Is the scribble, lolly thief and outlaw I've been looking for? Well, amigo. You just put yourself a permanent room in this stony lonesome.
Looks like it's up to me to recon the area. I need to get some shots of that prison, but I better keep a low profile. I don't want to alert the guards. Sly and Tennessee Kid Cooper are in that high tower. That's an interesting sign. Let me get a shot. Unless I'm mistaken, that is definitely a munitions dump. Very handy.
Hold up, you! We got a runner!
Aha! There is clearly some structural weakness along the rear wall.
Howdy. Howdy yourself. Looks like you must have ticked old Toothpick off pretty good. I like that. You got a name?
It's Sly. Sly Cooper.
Now, son, you should know I don't take kindly to folks funning on my family name.
Whoa. I swear, I'm not joking. I can explain.
Talk ain't worth spit, boy. Only one way to prove you're a Cooper. Bust us out of here.
Right. My friend Bentley's working on that. I hope.
Sly, press the square button to swing that ball. You'll fly. You need to make your way to the bottom of the tower. Sly, here's your chance. Use the ball to break down that door and bust Tennessee out.
Okay, kids, stand clear. All right. I guess break time is over.
You can probably move that...
Why am I the only one with the ball and chain here?
Listen, friend, they're planning on hanging me tomorrow. You want to trade?
That's a crazy statement. We want to trade, they're planning on hanging me tomorrow.
I'll just stay right here and lend you my moral support.
We got a lot of work to do, and by we, of course I mean you. I need this prison operation running like the fucking milestone for my dear old Patty. It will work perfectly. I need that gold transport built, and I don't need no hitch in the plan. Then, after we stretch Kid Cooper's neck, we'll track down the rest of that flea-bitten gang.
And probably move that container if you hit it hard.
Why am I the only one with a ball and chain here?
Listen, friend, you're planning on hanging me tomorrow. You want to trade?
Salutations, hello, okay, as you boys should know, tomorrow is my birthday, but I do not care. I want the cake anyway, yes, so I need you all to rustle me up a big old chocolate cake with the candles and the frosting and lots of sprinkly things, right? Then I'm going to blow out my candles and eat my cake, all of it, while you sing me a birthday song.
I'll just stay right here and lend you my moral support.
Fun, right? Attendance is mandatory. Oh, and don't forget my presents.
Right, try moving those containers into the tank.
Howdy! I just wanted to let you all know that I really like this looking contest. I know that if
Get in!
you're getting it filled, but I am
Right, you're gonna need Tennessee to carry the TNT to blow the perimeter wall. Needless to say, you'll want to make sure he is clear of things like fire or bullets.
Naturally. Thanks, Bentley.
Son, who is it you keep talking to?
I have a thing in my ear that lets me talk to my friend. And now he's telling me you need to carry some of that TNT so we can blow the gate.
Sure, I got voices in my head telling me to blow things up too. They've been right so far. Let's get to it.
Look around, Sly. There's bound to be a switch somewhere.
Figure I'll wait by the door while you work this one out.
Sheriff Toothpick here. I wanted to remind you all that it's that time of year again. Yes, sir. It's time for the annual Toothpick
Try not to forget who's carrying the guy. Well, looks like we can mosey along now.
Happier than a jackalope in a powder cake.
Nice job, Sly.
Stupendous! We got the same great event that I know you all love, and you get to celebrate me! Oh, you lucky dogs! It's probably so...
Well, looks like our good... This ain't cooked yet. This TNT ain't gonna blow itself up, you know? Let's get
Oh shit, now what's up?
Well, looks like our goose ain't cooked yet.
more patience she is.
Well, looks like our goose ain't cooked yet.
Keep going, Fly.
Get the lid out, boy. Time to hit the trail once more. Well, looks like we can mosey along now. Way to go, Fly. Well, it looks like somebody's supplying Toothpick with new technology. That is a phase Carper Ray Fly. One touch means instant death. Switch into your jailbird costume and try using that ball in a different way. Press the R2 button to get on top of it. You should be able to ride it around using the left stick. Figure I'll wait by the door while you work this one out.
Oh,
This looks like a nice place for a quick siesta. Huh, that did the trick. Let's keep moving along.
Fly, it appears that archway in front of the door is some kind of locking mechanism. And that block is the key. Now you just need to figure out how to get it in there.
Attention! So I've been figuring out the new work schedule, and I see a whole sacrifice worth of requests for time off. It's time off? What incarnation? That don't hardly make no sense. Don't you all love working here? You get the fresh air, exercise, excitement. What? Not love? Oh, this whole time off thing really stuck in my craw. But I figure out the solution, yes? So by the power vested in me, I hereby declare time off illegal! That's right! So don't worry about it no more, cause you can't have it!
what?
Time is now mandatory! I'm putting that in the law too! But hey, I'm the sheriff, right? Alright, listen up. You all know about my secret, which I guess means they don't think. Whatever, forget that. The point is, there's a lot of important stuff in here. So you all need to keep your mouth shut about it. Except to tell the new guards about it, I guess. Well, thanks. Anyway, this is getting pretty complicated. Okay, look. I don't want to hear nobody's talking about it in public, okay? We can't risk having any interlopers find their way inside. Understood? Good. Don't think out. Howdy. I just wanted to let you all know that I really like it.
All right. I guess playtime is right. For once, I might be glad I'm carrying the TNT.
Sheriff Toothpick here. I wanted to remind you all that it's that time of year again. Yes, sir. It's time for the annual Toothpick Appreciation Festival.
TNT.
You still here, Sebastian?
Alright, as you all know, we got a lot of work to do. And by we, of course I need you. I need this prison operation running with the pocket watch I stole from my dear old pal.
Okay, I see the sarcasm.
Perfectly.
I was just gonna ask if you are enjoying it.
This all hit in the plan. Then, after we ready.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad you're enjoying it as much as I am.
Funny how I'm the one who's got to lug the dynamite. Well, let's get going. I ain't getting any younger.
Yeah, he's one of my favorites. You'll like him more and more as the game goes on
I
too.
knew you was a Cooper the second I laid eyes on you.
Thanks, but Tennessee, we need to go. You ready?
Well, not really. Whoa!
Somehow, we had managed to survive and make it back to the hideout. Once there, Tennessee gave us the lowdown, how he'd been planning the bank heist that should have gone down in Cooper lore as his masterpiece, only to have a mysterious new sheriff arrest him before he even reached the bank. Curiously, the robbery still occurred, and all the bank's gold was stolen. Tennessee was charged even though he was already in prison, and the gold was never recovered. Of course, he had a strong suspicion it was Sheriff Toothpick himself who had stolen the gold and framed him. And after a little research, there was no doubt he was right. Bentley was able to uncover plenty of information about the sheriff. Although he changed his appearance somewhat, Toothpick was a two-bit gangster from present-day Eastern Europe. According to his file, he'd grown up loving two things: gold and cowboy movies. He eventually specialized in gold robberies, and for a while had masterminded some of the largest scores around the world. Then he abruptly vanished. The word was he had always thought of himself as a gunslinger, and it looked like he had found a way to make that a reality. The guy was a real loose cannon. We'd have to watch our backs if we were going to steal back the missing gold and restore Tennessee Kid Cooper's reputation as the greatest outlaw of the Old West.
Okay, the first order of business is getting Tennessee his guns back.
Well, it's just the one gun now. I upgraded, but yeah, I need my shooting iron back.
Agreed. According to my sources, Toothpick closed this old gold mine several months ago, declaring it unsafe. In fact, he's converted it to a storage facility for his stolen goods, including Tennessee's gun. We'll need to take measures with this job so as not to arouse suspicion. So, employing a masterful disguise, I'll tail Toothpick to the mine's entrance and mark it with a homing beacon. Murray, you'll then use the beacon to find your way there. Toothpick's sure to have secured the entrance, so we'll need your formidable skills to get it open. Then, once we have access, Tennessee can get in and get his gun back. Let's get to work. Okay, I need to keep up with this guy. I better stay close, but out of direct sight. Okay, I need to keep up with this guy. I better stay close, but out of direct sight.
When I get my hands on that highfalutin show-off, Tennessee Kid Cooper, I make sure he never escapes again!
I'm right behind you, Gabby.
Reckon I'll head out to the old mine. Maybe check on things. Make sure no one steal gold. Yes. I better get the boys to scatter some more scorpions around the entrance. I can't be too careful with those goddamn Coopers around.
Lead on, Toothpick. I'm up.
When I get my hands on that highfalutin show-off, Tennessee Kid Cooper, I make sure he never escapes again!
How far out of town is this place?
Oh, me sure could use one of them Cuban lollies right now. Take my mind off the heat. Infernal heat. I should like this on an armadillo, but yes. If nobody's going to find this entrance, time to take a little look. That's my goal!
All right, time to open up a can of hack. Oh, scorpions! Guys, help!
The cavalry's a coming.
Don't worry, Bentley. I got the bug spray right here. Comes
I need more clock speed. Better use the speeder code. Time for that upgrade slot. Speeder code engaged. Updating physics code module. And voila! Elastic projectiles. Perfect for shooting around corners.
Sebastian sent me a reel.
Whoa, I can't take this security off directly.
It's funny. I can't look at it while on stream. I'll have to see it later.
The speeder's laser loop will work perfectly on that switch. If I press and hold the R2 button while moving the ship, I can close a damaging laser loop around a target. Yes, a data key! Looks like I should just go with the electron flow in this thing.
Systems are go.
I bet a laser loop around multiple switches would do the trick.
Password, please.
I need to use the data key on that lock to defeat the firewall. Bingo! This data key should fit that lock.
Password accepted. Danger.
Oh boy, looks like they brought out the big guns. I better tackle this big guy piece by piece. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. All right, I can use this data key to disable that firewall. The gate is open. Time to dock the ship.
That was easier than I thought it would have been.
Security, thy game is hacked. Awesome, Murray. Okay,
Grand Tennessee.
you're up.
Shoot, I'll be in and out quicker than a hyperactive rattlesnake.
Hey guys, this door's kinda heavy.
Indiana Jones reference, of course. Every time you see a guy try to grab a hat from under a door as it's closing, it's an Indiana Jones reference, because that's where it started.
That's right, the kid is back in business. All right, me and old Blue need to get reacquainted. Let's see. First, I need to press and hold the L1 button to enter targeting mode. Once in targeting mode, I can use the right stick to place the cursor over a target. Then I just press the R1 button to pull the trigger. Yes, sir. It's all coming back to me.
Indiana, Tennessee, and connecting the dots.
Toothpick finds out. I wonder what old Toothpick...
Tennessee's right under. Cool, it's under Kentucky.
Tarnation? This big big old door is gonna require my crack shot technique. First, I press and hold the R2 button to enter crack shot mode. Next, I can use the right stick to move the cursor and draw a bead on multiple targets. Then I just release the R2 button to blast them. I can only use crack shot when my Cooper focus is full. This one's tricky. I need to shoot all those locks at the same time.
You're a regular dead-eye, Tennessee.
Love crack shots.
Tennessee tried jumping to a different rail using the X button. Tennessee, I'm detecting a strong electric current on those rails. Keep your eyes open. Stop that electricity, Tennessee.
Yep, I need to keep pushing. Woo-wee! Full steam ahead! These rails are quicker than a six-legged coyote! Gotta keep sliding right on out of here! Ain't no better way to get around!
Great job, Tennessee. You better get moving.
I'd say you boys just made your last mistake. Where are these things coming from?
Oh, you hide like a little coward.
Too bad, gents. Looks like it's your unlucky day. You boys just messed with me. You boys should have just skedaddled.
Great, Tennessee. Keep it up.
If these are the spiders, I don't want to see the flies.
Right.
Yeehaw! Ain't nothing stopping me now. You couldn't catch me with a bolt of lightning.
Remember, you can use any of your shooting skills while rail
This is
sliding,
more fun than
Tennessee.
square dancing with the donkey. This must be the express.
Damn it.
Well, I'm faster than a jackalope with his tail on fire. This is more fun than square dancing with the donkey.
Remember, you can use any of your shooting skills while rail sliding,
Gotta
Tennessee.
keep sliding right on out of here.
Damn.
Well, I'm faster than a jackalope with his tail on fire. Woo-wee! Full steam ahead.
never you can use any of your shooting skills while rail sliding,
Yep, I
Tennessee.
need to keep pushing. Yeehaw! Ain't nothing stopping me now. Ain't no better way to get around.
Uh-oh. Looks like you're gonna have to shoot your way out, Tennessee.
Don't worry, Ben.
Slow down,
About as much
Tennessee.
chance as a snowball sometimes.
Don't slow down, Tennessee. Great, Tennessee. Keep it up.
Time for a dirt nap, boys. You hombres don't know when to quit.
Great job, Tennessee. You better get moving. Great job, Tennessee. You better get moving. Great, Tennessee. Keep it up. All right, the door's open. Get going, Tennessee. You need to shoot that door open before you get there, Tennessee. Now that's what I call shooting. Wow, nice shooting.
I find it funny how they get mad at him for taking his own shit back. Yeah, Cooper.
Toothpick's office is somewhere in the upper levels of the saloon. To find out what he's planning, our best bet is to plant a bug. Needless to say, we must remain undetected. Conveniently, I discovered they're looking for a new bartender. So I'll go in, undercover, and control the situation by introducing the patrons to my special home-brewed sarsaparilla.
Your mustache looks bigger. What have you been feeding him?
Pay attention, Sly. You'll need to enter through that window and make your way to the ventilation system. Meanwhile, I'll have the goons inside so sugared up, they'll be seeing double until they crash hard. Once you launch the RC car in the vents, I'll take control and guide it to Toothpick's office.
You're not gonna start wearing that mustache all the time, are you?
Jealousy is such an ugly emotion, Sly.
Fancy was begging me.
Watch your back, pal. This place looks pretty rough.
Will do. See you inside. Greetings. I've been informed this establishment is in dire need of an expert snap jockey. I've got sarsaparilla? Well, these guys look thirsty. Let's see. I can move left and right simply by using the left stick. When a patron steps up to the bar, I can slide him a drink by pressing the X button. These guys don't look like patient types, so I'd better make it fast. I'd better keep an eye on the sarsaparilla gauge. It's going to take my whole supply to quiet this bunch. The meter should indicate how much sarsaparilla I have left. Something tells me it's going to take every drop. Those big guys look like they're gonna need more than one drink. Not again! I can't lose any more drinks! These guys aren't just thirsty, they're crazy! It is how those big guys look like they're gonna need more than one drink! I knew it was a big batch, but nothing this good! I hope I made them sarsaparilla or I'm dead!
Some of these guards are still awake. They need to be
You want
They just
one?
need to stand on the floor.
Looking good, Sly. Nice, Sly. You're on a roll. Great, Sly. You just need to reach the ventilation duct. Ow, Sly. We're in trouble.
Yeah, I broke the game. Give me a second. Hopefully that's saved.
You can probably move that container if you hit it hard enough, Fly.
I don't know why it glitched, to be honest. That's kind of crazy. Because I like McDonald's.
Just a little
I mean, who doesn't?
advent.
All right, Fly, launch that little beauty. All right, baby, let's see what you can do for Nestle. I'll try to avoid the fan, but the RC car should be fine. All right, baby, let's see what you can do for Nestle. Oh, those fans are close.
Way to work it into.
Stay away from my car, you eight-legged bully!
Oh, okay.
All right, baby, let's see what you can do for Nestle. Oh, those fans will blow me off course. All right, baby, let's see what you can do for Nestle. Oh, those fans will blow me off course.
Damn, okay.
All right, baby, let's see what you can do for Nestle. Oh, I need to watch out for those fans. I can't let those spiders put the fight on the RC car.
All right, listen up. My partners got an ace up his sleeve, and we're about to go all in. This trump card's going to crush Cooper and the rest of his claim jumping gang. He's going to learn a new dog yank a rattlesnake's tail, lest you're looking to get bit. Then we are going to finish loading up the train and haul our sweet little kisters out of this one-horse town. Once we get that loot back into present day, toothpick going to be worth millions. Oopsie.
Dang it, boss! Would you watch where you're pointing that thing? Are you talking to me? Whoa, boss, whoa! I'm sorry, I didn't mean nothing.
Poor guy just got shot.
Something needs to be done about those Cooper characters. I don't like them skulking around my town or my mind. I better not hear about nothing going wrong with the plan. Better not. Oh, boy, you got funny looks.
Look at Tennessee.
To say, something happened up at the mine? No? Good, because our old Rither is a partner. So this guy made mistakes. And right now, we still need him.
Toothpick rustled himself a pretty lady.
Sweet jumping jackrabbit! That's no lady, that's Carmelita! What is she doing here?
You know her?
I'm afraid so. Something is very wrong here, Tennessee. But all quantum physics aside, we have to rescue her. Nobody can get there faster than you. I'll grab Sly and Murray, and we'll meet you in the van. Just get going.
I wonder who Bentley's lady friend is. Kidding. That toothpick's lower than a snake in a ditch. Heck, rescuing pretty ladies is a hobby of mine anyway.
I'm only too happy to get rid of this one. Her tongue's sharp enough to cut leather.
Stinking cowards! Afraid to untie me and fight like men? I swear when I get out of this...
No sense fretting about that little lady. Cry, cry, little dear, yes. Just enjoy the ride.
Is she tied to a train track? That's crazy.
I need to blow that barrier away.
Okay, you can stop anytime!
I gotta keep the road clear of obstacles.
It's only era appropriate.
I gotta keep the road clear of obstacles.
Oops. I will say she's not as pretty in this game.
I gotta keep the road clear of obstacles.
Well, in the in-game animation. Not, I mean, like, the cutscene. Like the other stuff, yeah, she's pretty in, like, the cartoony style, but not this, like the in-game.
This is getting to my head. ahead, Miss Carmelita. Everything's under control.
It's with the inside that counts.
Dagnabbit! Looks like some fool just turned up the heat.
Are you enjoying this?
Can't let the stage hit that barrier.
Watch where you're going!
I better start slinging some lead. Whew, I feel like a potato about to get mashed. Hey, I love moving targets.
Hit the brakes already!
Yeehaw! Now that's what I call excitement. Bullseye! Now that's how you cool things off. Those flames will roast us for sure. Okay, this ain't gonna be the smoothest ride.
Please stay on the road! Any road!
Blow that barrier away.
And you stop!
That,
Pretty hand, Miss Carmelita. I need to blow that barrier away.
Can you stop this thing?
Don't worry. I need to pull that barrier away.
Stop this thing!
Don't worry your pretty head, Miss Carmelita. Everything's under control.
Who are you?
Pleased to meet you, ma'am. Why, I'm Tennessee Kid.
Don't tell me. You're a Cooper, right? I knew it!
Yes, ma'am. Bentley told me you'd...
Stop calling me ma'am! The name's Inspector Fox. Wait, Bentley's here?
Well, looks like they're right behind us.
Carmelita, I'm glad you're okay.
Why, that conniving little...
Much obliged for a helping hand, Inspector Fox. Let me run these banditos over to prison, and I'll be back for you all peacefully. Of course, you feeling neighborly? You could just turn yourselves in.
As much as I like the idea of Sly in a cell, nobody kidnaps Inspector Carmelita Fox and gets away with it.
I reckon that also includes tying her to a runaway stage.
Watch it! I'm in no mood for smart remarks. Now, are you ready for another mission, Tennessee?
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I mean, I surely am, Inspector Fox.
Would it hurt one one of you to break out the dust cloth once in a while, huh? You can gather at this office.
This river is dangerous, but it leads back to the prison. Way I figure it, they won't be expecting us to come this way. You sure you're up to this, Miss Fox?
That's Inspector Fox? But just call me Carmelita. Thanks for the rescue, by the way.
My pleasure. Inspector? You some kind of sheriff? How'd you get mixed up with Sly?
It's a long, complicated story. Right now, I need to rescue that ringtail, so I can wring his neck.
Ooh, you are feisty. You remind me of this one little gal.
So, what's this prison like, anyway?
Well, plenty of fire, for starters.
Terrific. Let's get going.
Oh, Puggy, we did a mastermind the Clogger and sought to rebuild Clockwork for his own use.
Miss Carmelita, you didn't forget how to use that pistol, did you?
Not a chance. I just press the R1 button to pull the trigger. And I can press and hold the L1 button to focus my aim. Kick this furry tail.
You got him on the run now, Carmelita.
Wait to give that ringtail a piece of my mind.
Give that, Carmelita. Full of
this mess.
Nice shooting, Carmelita.
How about less sweet talk and more action? Tennessee, it looks like you'll have to go on ahead. I'll find another way there.
Come on.
these boys do get a mite irritating.
This is almost as fun as a sack of gold nuggets. Face it, you can't beat the Tennessee Kid.
Tennessee, this way!
What do you mean, right?
Missy, you're a real cactus block. Beauty that can't be bent. Looks like we got company, Miss Carmelita, and not the friendly kind. I'll keep the raft still, and you blast those dang jackalopes.
Why don't you guards get out of my way?
Just gonna jump and drown sometimes. See, I forgot he can't swim.
You should just focus on the mission, Tennessee. Steady, Tennessee.
You better use your pistol on that river gate or we're going swimming. Now that's what I call straight shooting. Those steers up there mean business. Huh, that switch looks kinda important. These galoots are not smart. Like shooting rats in a saddlebag. Looks like some dopes are still looking for a fight. Well, bring it on then, boys. Get your boots on, gang. Tennessee's on the way.
Tennessee, this way!
Damn it, yeah. I did it again.
Get your boots on, gang. Tennessee's on the way.
Tennessee, this way! Sly got me into this mess. I hope Bentley and Murray are all right. Follow me, Tennessee! You go on. I'll stay here and cover you.
Tennessee! Just one more lock!
You got to hurry!
Now the idiots better start shooting!
Carmelita! Are you alright?
I am. No thanks to you. I should leave you in that cage after what you pulled, Sly Cooper.
I know. Look, I can explain everything.
Well, if it wasn't for this handsome and charming gentleman, I wouldn't even be here.
Oh, shucks. Handsome and charming? Really? Look, Carmelita, I know...
Save it, Sly. All I want to know right now is how I get back to Paris.
Actually, Carmelita, I was more curious how you got here in the first place.
But guys, where's the van?
We'll have to track it down later, Murray. Now, what were you saying, Carmelita?
It's a long story, Bentley. Let's get moving and I'll tell you. When I saw that arrogant little, that no-good lion, I should have tied his mangy tail around his neck. I should have blasted that smug look right off his face. I should probably just finish my story. After the Cooper gang escaped at the museum, I decided to follow my nose and take a look around. I've been investigating the trading of stolen antiquities on the black market, but I'd never guessed that two-faced ringtail was involved. Then as I turned a corner, I was stunned to see a huge stash of stolen treasure right there in the museum. And even more shocking, Cyril Le Paradox himself unloading them. I couldn't believe it. The billionaire art collector and museum patron was behind this? I was so surprised that by the time I reacted, his goons already had me covered. Then that slimy sawed-off runt had me thrown into some vile machine. And the next thing I knew, I was playing cowboys and criminals. The Old West? Time travel? It was completely loco. Sure, Le Paradox had done some time in his youth, but he'd been squeaky clean ever since. And Interpol had never considered him a suspect. There were rumors about the source of his wealth, but nothing had ever been proven. Now I knew I'd solved that mystery. And of course Cooper and his little friends were involved somehow. Why was I not surprised? The Fleabag tried to feed me some story about having to rob the museum to save the future. I was done listening to that liar. I needed to get back to Paris. But that toad toothpick had stolen Murray's van, and Bentley's time machine along with it. I finally cracked the case, and now I was stuck in this lousy dust bowl with the Cooper gang. I don't know what made me angrier. Not being able to bust the low-life skunk, or being trapped here with that lying ringtail. Ooh! The only bearable thing about this whole mess was that at least Cooper's ancestor was a gentleman.
Would it hurt one of you to break out the dust cloth once in a while, huh?
Thanks to the bug in Toothpick's office, we have a pretty clear idea of what's going on. Toothpick plans on moving the stolen gold out of the mine using his special train. Unfortunately, that train is now also being turbocharged by our van. And need I mention that we're stranded in time unless we recover it? Well, anyway, it's useless to go after the train in the mine. Toothpick will have stepped up security since our escape, and the place will be crawling with guards. We're going to have to hit that train while it's rolling, but first, we're going to have to catch it, and we'll do that by diverting its route. After surveying the rail system, I've determined there are 3 key track switches we will need to throw, and Toothpick has entrusted the keys to 3 of his toughest henchmen, Wildman Wiesner, Frenchy Lestage, and Red-Eye Robles. Furthermore, these guys keep the keys around at all times. The good news is that during the Toothpick Appreciation Festival, there are a number of contests, and all of them will be competing. Murray, I took the liberty of entering you in the Bare Knuckle Brawl contest. Wildman is the defending champion, and he's sure to have the key on his person. Sly, I hope you're feeling fast because you're going to be competing in the crookedest race in the West, the Toothpick 500. Frenchie happens to be the defending champ, so it's a sure bet it's his time that you'll have to beat. Carmelita, you'll be up against Red-Eye in the shooting contest. As the defending champ, he keeps the trophy close by with the 3rd key inside. Now let's get going. We don't have any time to waste.
All right, listen up, you flea bags. This here's the annual Toothpick Brawl-a-thon. Ain't no rules, except that if you want a shot at the champ, you gotta fight your way through the ranks first. Looks like we got ourselves a sucker. Yeah, I mean challenger. So let's get on with it. Fighting out of the pink corner, from parts unknown, weighing more than he should, the challenger. Introduction, weighing in a little more every minute, you're howling hard, the Coyote!
Take this, you son of a bitch. 3 more. Ooh. Are they booing at me?
So, without further ado, in this corner, weighing too much to mention, the Horn Heavyweight, the Battling Beef King. He puts the bull in bully. Your defending champion, Wildman!
Hurry, now get the key. Be careful, Sly. This race is dangerous. They say it's called the 500 because that's how many racers have lost their lives. Also, the course has several checkpoints that you'll need to reach in time to stay in the race. Speaking of which, the only way you're going to move fast enough is to use that ball. You're going to need to stay on it the whole race.
Not a problem, because you know...
Don't say it!
That's how I roll. I feel like I'm in the circus.
No time for jokes, Sly. You better get moving.
This definitely reminds me why I prefer picking pockets.
That's it, Sly. Keep pushing. Faster, Sly.
Can't slow down now. Just keep the ball spinning, Sly.
We're in a time crunch here, Sly.
Why do I feel like I'm back in prison?
You can do this, pal.
This is the craziest race I've ever seen.
You better get on the ball, Sly. Hurry up! The clock is ticking!
Ugh, even my tail is tired.
Concentrate, it's just a little further!
Better keep an eye out for that jacket.
Come on, you've almost got this race won! Excellent! You got the key, Sly! Now trim!
Yeah! Oh, now that's some fine shooting right there. Well, that's it, folks. Looks like this year's champion is going to be... Wait, hold everything. We got ourselves a latecomer. Let's see what this pretty little lady has got.
Well, what have we here? Little lady, I know you can't be here to shoot, because there ain't even no man around these parts can stand up to me.
I see what you mean. I can barely stand you myself. But if you're scared of losing, I understand.
Well, I just won the competition, so you're too late. But I'll tell you what, I'll make you a deal. You just go right ahead, sweet thing. If you can beat my score, you get this here trophy. But if you lose, you gotta give me a kiss. What do you say?
Aye, this guy's breath smells like fermented gym socks.
Carmelita, we don't have a choice!
All right, I'll take your wager. But you better get ready to hand over that trophy.
And you better get ready for some serious lip wrestling.
This is gonna be easy. To wipe the grin off this clown's face. Show this big jerk how to shoot. This guy's in for an unpleasant surprise. How to do this left hand? Just have to keep my focus. The only thing this kid will be kissing is that trophy. Goodbye. Actually helps if I picture Sly's face on the target. a grin off this clown's face. They don't call me top shot at Interpol for nothing. This guy's in for an unpleasant
What
surprise.
This ain't happening. It's like some kind of magic trick.
The only thing disappearing is your trophy, Red Eye.
Way to go, Carmelita. Now grab that key.
Do you want to continue, or do you...
And another thing, no more whistle.
No, you want to end it here? I was double checking because of the time. Would you like to continue this tomorrow? Maybe. Well, alright. I'll end it here, and maybe we'll see you tomorrow.